Hey there, what do we have here? The Dragon's Teeth TLC. Oh my god, I was waiting for this forever. Look at how pretty it is. That's the Sunken Dragon restaurant. That's the Sunken Dragon map. And it's very, very beautiful. Look at inside, how beautiful this ship is. It's like a restaurant on a ship and it's kind of crooked. When you walk through it, you feel like it's like sunken in on one side, and at some point the evolution is that the water is rising and you have to kind of like swim into the ship. I mean, to get to the ship you have to get through the water. And look at how beautiful the city is, a typical Asian city, so beautiful with all the lanterns and everything. I really, really love this map. I played this first on Chainlink and I didn't like it, but I don't like Chainlink in general, the new game mode Chainlink, because the matches only take like 4 or 5 minutes and they're pretty boring. So this is Conquest, and what you're going to see here are all 4 maps and Conquest. 64 players on on all 4 maps are just insane. I actually was pleasantly. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. I had mixed feelings when I started this. I was expecting this to be like, urban combat, basically like really small maps, that are all very confined. And actually, this is not like that at all. Those maps are very Battlefield-like. They're really, really large, much larger than I expected, and some maps are very wide open, as you can see a little bit further down the road in this video. So I just wanted you to see, in case you don't have this DLC yet, or you're not a premium member and you're not sure if you should get this DLC. If you're a Battlefield 4 fan, or if you just love Battlefield 4, or you like it well enough, that you just want to give it another chance. If you were upset with it or something, you should definitely get this DLC. This DLC is really, really good. The maps are excellent. There's so much fun to be had, and you know how it is. It was really hard here for me, the first few matches, because you get so confused when you don't know where you are. But I had a ton of fun here, and I'm still using my AKU 12, as you can see. I haven't unlocked any of those new weapons. I've seen some people run around with the Bulldog and with the ballistic shield and the Deagle you see and stuff like that. But yeah, they're on this map, the Sunken Dragon. There's this garage here, and this garage is probably what you would recognize from Flood Zone. There are always huge gunfights in this garage. There's just one flag in this garage, and you can see now I'm trying to take this flag and it's already being taken back by the enemy, and it's this constant back and forth. Sometimes you almost end up the whole time just in this garage because you're just desperately trying to hold on to this flag, and it's really hard. And I'm, trying to take those, people out there, those enemies out with my RPG another try. And I get a double kill right here. Lucky me. And we have the flag. So, but yeah, and here we go. I was lucky here taking out this little driver here. He had no chance. And here we have Lumpini Gardens. Lumpini Gardens is actually right now my least favorite map, but that may change. It's because it's a little bit too wide open for me, and there are a ton of snipers. It's a definite sniper map. There are so many, there's verticality, there's a train station that's high up, the train tracks that you can shoot from. So you kind of start on either side. This is the city side, there's the city. That's a lot like Siege of Shanghai, and then over there on the other side of the wall there's this beautifully huge park and garden with a river going through, and you can actually take a boat to run across the water and stuff like that. You can swim. There's a lot of bridges. You don't have to ever even go into the water if you don't want to, because there's a ton of bridges everywhere, getting you everywhere, and it's really fun. Those are all those up and down bridges like you see in Japanese gardens and stuff like that. And I'm right here under the the train tracks because I feel like safe is down here. These snipers can't really get me if I'm underneath. There's actually cover, but you know, as you can see here, this house is all damaged already, and you know, eventually the cover is going to get less and less and less. But you know, if you know eventually where to get cover, you can kind of get away from the snipers. But if you do want to cross, you know, to get to the other flag, you have to be very, very careful because you can easily get shot. But it's funny, even though this is actually my least favorite map, I actually did the best in this map. I just was going for the snipers. I was hunting down snipers like crazy, which you can see here shortly. I'm still trying to just kind of defend this flag here. But I had a lot of fun. Here we go. Just kind of hunting down those snipers that set up shop here over and over and over in those dirt hills. They just, you know, they just came out of the woodworks. I mean, you can see here, they just keep spawning over and over. And I'm really, really glad I have a suppressor here. So I didn't warn those guys until the very last minute where he took me down. But once I'm back, I try again and take those snipers down. And as you can see, I'm really trying to be in cover. And here's this railroad, this train station, which is really cool. I love, you know, coming from Europe, I love train stations and I love trains. And it's a really, really cool train station. There's a lot of stuff going around here, a lot of stairs up and down, and there's enemies like everywhere. It's just insane. I mean, the action just never stops in this DLC. I think this DLC is the most intense I've ever played from all the Battlefield DLCs. So maybe it's just because it's so popular right now. Here we go. We got another guy right there. Yeah, you can definitely see a lot from up on the train tracks, but you know, you can also easily be seen and easily be taken down by snipers because you don't have much cover besides, you know, if you just hide in the train. But even if you hide in the train, there are windows, and I've tried that and I was taken out. But yeah, so snipers are everywhere, as you can see, and that's kind of why this is my least favorite map of the 4 in this DLC right now. And then we have the map Propaganda, which is supposed to be a city in North Korea somewhere. And I love this. I really feel like I'm like in North Korea. Not that I've ever been there, but I've seen documentaries, and it's just beautiful how this is designed. And I love that it's like snowy, you know, because we don't have a lot of snowy maps, if we even have any. It's just really cool. It's also a really huge map. There's a lot of wide open areas, but there's also a lot of cover if you know where to find it. I mean, when you've played at first, you just don't really know where to go. There's so many things. And look at this guy. I didn't even see that spawn point. It was like right next to me. That was weird. But there's so many enemies. I mean, they're literally like all around you. And when you start playing this, you end up a lot of times just being surrounded. You don't know where to look. There's so much. There's so much to hide, so many covers, meaning that it's good for you, but it's also good for the enemy. That you think you're safe and you think all the enemies are in front of you, but they're actually all around you. So, and then we have those train tracks again, and actually there's this like still standing train, but there's also a train rushing by every so now and so often, and I was like almost hit by this train once. You have to be very careful. Look at that, here he comes. He goes really fast and he like just mows you down. You know, if you don't watch out, you're gonna be hit by this train. And I think that's kind of cool for once they, you know, made a train that goes really fast. And as you can see, there are a lot of houses, a lot of buildings, but there's also tanks, there's vehicles in all those maps, you know, that I just, you know, showed you. And those houses, you know, when you have like a match that goes, you know, 30 minutes and longer, after a while there's only going to be the floors left, or, you know, some of the walls, but most of the houses are going to be destroyed. So the cover is going to be less and less and less, and you're going to like fight within the ruins trying to just scramble for cover. And it makes this a really, really intense map. I mean, I've had insanely intense fights here. And I'm just kind of showing you some of some of the moments, so you can see all kinds of angle on this map. I love it. I think it's great. It's, you know, it's a sunny day but snowy, and I can just, you know, I've grew up in the snow, and I can just feel, you know, how cold it is there and how I'm trying to survive this cold city that's cold because of the winter and cold because it's North Korea. It's weird. I actually twice lost connection here when I was playing in this map, and I don't know if it has anything to do with this map or if it was just coincidence, but anyway, great map. And then we have the last map, which is Pearl Market, and that's kind of like the map that I thought all 4 maps are going to be like. And it's probably good they're not, because, you know, they have to be different or be boring, but this map is exactly what I was expecting when they say urban combat. This is an intense, tight city with little alleyways, some of them dark, some of them not, and there's a ton of verticality, and there's also vehicles, there's LEVs or whatever, LEV light vehicles that come and roll over you if you don't watch out. There's so many rooms, stairs, rooftops. You don't, I mean, you get really confused. If you play that, you know, the first few matches, you just really don't know this map, and you just basically have to have your back against the wall like I have here, and just kind of like learn the map and just kind of figure out. It's gonna probably take the longest for me to learn this map. It's just an insanely crazy busy map. They just put everything in this map that there is: boxes, crates, tarps, ladders, stairs, I don't know, look at this, that was such a weird spawn. I got spawned right next to this enemy, and that was a little weird. The spawn spots seem a little weird here. Yeah. You know, look at that. I mean, there's so much going on here. It's really a cool map because I love those kind of maps, but it's really hard to do well if you don't know where to go, and you end up going the wrong way a lot of times because you think that's the right way to go, and you run right into the enemy's arms, or the enemy spawns right behind you. Look at that, we're here up on the roof, and you can see really far across all those rooftops, but you're also an easy target up here, obviously. So I'm trying to see if I can catch some enemies, and they're already coming up to get us here, and I'm lucky to get the first guy. The second guy is escaping. He is chickening out. So I'm like, where the hell did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? Maybe I can catch him. And there he goes. Gotcha. Jumping down the roof didn't help you, did it? So yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it can also be frustrating because you do get shot here a lot from all kinds of angles you didn't expect. There is a lot of camping spots, obviously, and so you will be surprised many times until you know this map, and I can't wait to finally know how this map works. But yeah, I love the Steel Sea, and you know what we have? Capture the Flag is back in the Steel Sea. I'm so stoked. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.